Let's get into a quick collective reading. So I'm going to jump straight into it. I feel like some of you are overlooking red flags. Okay. I feel like some of you, you're either dealing with someone, you're entertaining someone, you're dating someone, you're married to someone, you are dealing with someone where you are overlooking red flags. Now see, I'm about to readjust this camera and I find that interesting because I don't readjust my stuff when I'm doing a reading, but I need to get this out. This is a warning and I'm going to be completely honest with you. You get what you tolerate. And some of you, you are overlooking red flags. You are overlooking problems that are going to become bigger problems in your future. And it's because you want to believe in this person. I just seen the card, I hide who I really am from you. Now, this is what I'm saying. If this is your story, yeah, this person could be really mean. When they get mad at you, their words could really show how mean they can be. If this is your reading, you're going to start seeing glimmers, now that I'm bringing this up to you, in this person's behavior and their actions. They might lie about small things. They might hide who they actually are from you. What do I mean by that? Let's say that they don't want you to know certain aspects of them. Well, people around them are going to call them out in front of you or go, wait, you've always did that. No, I haven't. Yeah, you have. Why are you lying? That's what I'm saying, okay? I hide who I really am from you. Now, the reason this person might be doing this is because they feel that they need to secure this relationship with you. And if that means lying, if that means being who you want them to be, not who they really are, then they're willing to do that, okay? Why does the collective need to know this? This is going to start unfolding in the month of November. Okay? You need to know this because this person, they're not who they're claiming to be. And when you find out this truth, it's going to crush you. You're going to find this truth out. You're going to find out that someone you've been dating, entertaining, loving, maybe this is a marriage where you think that they're one person, but they're actually someone completely different. You're going to be crushed when you find out this truth, that they're not, the person you're in love with is not a real person. They hide who they truly are from you. But they felt so drawn to you that it's like, I need to secure you. I want you. I'm going to have you. Tell me what you want. Tell me your fantasy and I'm going to become that. That's this person. I would even go as far to say is very narcissistic, okay? Yeah, look, I want you. Now, the reason this relationship could have begun was sexual tension. So it could have started off as a passionate only relationship. And some of you could have fell in love with this person, which then kind of set you up for failure because you're not seeing them through authentic eyes. You're seeing them through infatuation eyes, lust eyes, honeymoon stage eyes. And there's nothing wrong with that. However, this person isn't who you think they are. This person isn't who you think that they are. And in the future, they're going to end up crossing a line with you. They're going to end up doing something and you're going to go, I can't believe you put me in this predicament. And then you're going to have to be honest with yourself because you overlooked red flags. This person showed you in the behavior that led up to this moment that this is who they were. And you didn't want to believe it. So what is this person going to do? Now, I'm going to be honest, this was not my plan today. This person here coming up is going to make you feel so disappointed and like what you are is not enough. What you do is not enough. They could say something really mean to you. Here coming up, you could feel extremely unappreciated. They could, call you names, be really mean to you, degrade you. This could be a woman who's going to call you some of the meanest things, even things that you've told her to never call you. This could be a man who's really going to try to kind of damper how you feel about yourself. You think you're strong. You think you're independent. You think you're abundant. No, the hell you ain't. That's going to be his energy. Another red flag here could be that you are trying to get this person to fulfill something that is never going to be fulfilled. So a good example would be, sometimes in life, we get so connected to wanting a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, and what we think that life looks like that we don't really evaluate the person that we're dealing with. You know the saying, be careful who you marry because you're either going to marry your heaven or you're going to marry your hell. And I see that some of you could have met this person. You know, let's say that you had went through a breakup. Let's say that you were in a place of your life where you just wanted to be loved. And then this person was put in front of you and it was like, oh my God, this is the love of my life. Psych. No, it isn't. Okay. I'm hearing the Tit for Tat song by Tate McRae. And it's the song, she says, the day that I met you, I thought you were my blessing. But then what happens? He switched up on her. In that song, she says, I was hearing, I never thought you'd say. Who is this? Who did I fall in love with? That's what I'm saying. And this is your warning. This is your warning to start seeing people around you for who they are and love them, accept them for who they are. So if you're dealing with someone, whether you're in love with them, married to them, dating them, entertaining them, and they do white lies, recognize that a white lie don't benefit nobody. So if they gonna lie about the little, they gonna lie about the big. If this person is hiding sides of them or parts of them and it's starting to come out, you need to start questioning, okay, if you're hiding that, what else are you hiding? Why do you feel the need to hide? This scares me. Because you know what they say, when someone starts pulling skeletons out of a closet, be careful because it might be full. And that's what I'm saying. And then here in the future, there's going to be a moment by next year is what I'm saying, where you're going to ask yourself, what did I get myself into? What did I get myself into? This could be you marrying someone and not knowing who the hell you married and then something happening and you're liable for it. Why? Because you're married to them. This could be you dating someone and deciding to move because you were down in the dumps and you were like, you know what? I only live one life. I'm going to throw the caution to the wind. And then you go and you move for someone and you don't even know them. And then by the time you get there in a few months, the relationship's completely different. They're treating you completely different. You feel really lonely. Maybe this person's controlling at that point and you're questioning, what did I fall in love with? Because who I fell in love with, who I married, who I got with is not this version of you. It was. This person was hiding who they were all along and you fell for it. They were wearing a mask. They are wearing a mask. Now I see that it's going to take some time for this to come out. Okay, so you might be with this person for about 3 years before this starts coming out. The sadness, the disappointment, and the message is a truth, message of bad news. Hey, message of truth, message of bad news. This person isn't who you think they are. Hey, message of truth, message of bad news. A honeymoon stage only lasts so long. People can only hold a facade up for so long. So if someone has the tendency to lie, to cheat, to be sneaky, they might be able to be on their best behavior, but it's going to come out. And that's what I'm saying. And that's a message of truth, message of bad news. There's been long-term investment or security. You could even have a stable foundation with this person. Some of you, you're going to have a kid with this person. And that's when everything's going to start coming out. And it's going to feel like a spiral because you're going to feel like you're trying to grasp for some sort of foundation that's stable and you feel like you're just flailing everywhere. You can't get it, is what I'm saying. And then it's going to crush you because you're going to start thinking, what's reality? What's real? What's life? I believed in you. I believed in us. I believed in this. Ugh. The moon. Secrets. Secrets. Things going on in the dark. There are things, babes, I'm telling you. This is your warning. If your intuition, if your gut, if your stomach is saying something's up, do not gaslight yourself. If you're dating someone, in a relationship with someone, and you ask them a question and you feel like they're lying to you, are you being triggered in that moment or is there something really going on? Because I see for some of you, Spirit's trying to tell you, hey, heads up, heads up, heads up. There's a ball coming. You better duck. Whether you duck or not is up to you. You ready to get a black eye? Let's see. And I wasn't going to do this reading, y'all. I was supposed to jump into a completely different reading. And when I tell you this energy hit me, I was like, no, I got to get this out. This is a warning. This is a warning before you get in too deep. So this could be someone you've newly started dating. Again, some of you, you're in a relationship or a marriage and you're already starting to see the problems that are going to become bigger problems. But it's like you want to believe in this person. Yeah. This person's going to open up. they're going to take they could end up cheating. I see someone taking some sort of spontaneous action that's going to end up leading to bad behavior. So this could be someone who, again, I'm going to be honest with you. This could be the kind of person that you're dating where you've always realized, okay, maybe you don't really respect me. And sometimes it shows. You're flirting with people when you shouldn't be. You're texting people when you shouldn't be. You're on those sites that I don't want you on. This could be a man or a woman that has the tendency to kind of test their boundary. And you've always been like, well, they test it, but they don't overstep it. Baby, they gonna overstep it, okay? That's the thing here. The red flag all along has been that you have felt like you needed to maybe control or dictate it. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. Trust your partner enough to respect you and not put you in that predicament. And if they don't, baby, that ain't a lover you need, okay? You deserve to have someone in your life that values you, period, point blank, period, okay? And I'm seeing that this could be that kind of person that has the tendency to kind of test the boundary. And in your mind, you're like, but it's fine. We've never went over the boundary. I mean, I know I can't completely trust them, but I can trust them. I don't know, because I'm seeing here coming up, they might put themselves in a predicament and a situation that they don't need to be in, that's then going to lead to something else. So this could be them, okay, they've never truly been unfaithful, but you've seen them texting people, messaging people, making inappropriate statements, whatever. They might get invited somewhere, one thing lead to another, and then they're actually unfaithful. And I hate to say that, but I'm seeing it, okay? And I'm also seeing that the only reason this connection could have become together is because of the passion. So you guys might not even really be compatible, and that could be the lack of respect, is that you guys started the connection from a place of just sex, passion, which then didn't lead to an actual bond being built until later on. And I feel like this person doesn't respect you the way that they need to, if I'm being honest. Yeah, for a lot of you, this is going to be a soulmate, and I see that you're going to try to give it time and not give up on the relationship. I'm telling you, you're going to get mad at me, and that's okay. This person is a self-sabotager. They put themselves in predicaments and situations where they are their own worst enemy. Okay? And here's the thing. They're going to slip up. They're going to make a bad choice, and then they're going to say, can you forgive me? And for some of you, this is the beginning of a pattern. It's okay for you to forgive the person you see the love of your life. But let's not be shocked when they show impulsive and erratic behavior if we keep forgiving and that doesn't change. I definitely see that someone's not showing you the true them, and they're going to show you the true them. And whether or not you want to believe them when they do is up to you. This makes me really sad for you, because nobody deserves to go through this. Nobody deserves to be in the dark and think that they have met the one for that person to be acting in a certain way behind their back. It's really sad. What do you need to know? You need to know that you should not stress about this. That if you're confused or unsure if this relationship's fair for you or your justice, you're going to find out. So when you watch this reading, it might put you in an energy of, oh my God, Danielle, I'm worried. I think this might be my reading, but I hope it isn't. Don't stress. Okay? Don't stress. Go to bed tonight and, do what you do. If you pray, pray. I'm sorry, my hair looks like a hot mess express. If you pray, pray. And ask Spirit, God, universe, whoever you pray to give you clarity and give you truth around this relationship. And that if it's time for you to go and you're not meant to be in it, for something to happen, that you can't forgive and you can't forget. That's the best way for Spirit to shake it up and go, all right, you asked. But that's also a good way to get yourself out of situations where you have no business being, okay? And if this person doesn't respect you, you need to know that now, because you're not going to necessarily gain respect by constantly giving this person their way, okay? So don't stress about it. Don't be anxious about it, because this person, their true colors are going to come out, and then you're going to get to decide if you see this as actual love and if you should continue to work on it. Now, I do see that some of you're going to give this person another shot. So there is potential of this person stepping out of your relationship or acting in a way that you deem as cheating, whether it's emotional cheating or whatever that looks like. You may forgive them, but I am saying that there is potential that this person could Possibly do it again. Nine of Wands. Possibly do it again. And then I'm saying that it could actually significantly wound you, which is then going to wound the relationship. Yeah. Some of you are going to end up walking away, is what I'm saying. Because it's going to crush you so much that you're never going to be able to forgive this person fully. You're always going to feel like you can't trust this person again because they really broke your trust. This is what I'm going to say. This is your warning. You're in love with someone who has major red flags, and unfortunately, they're not your blessing, they're your lesson. Your lesson. But I will say this. You're head over heels in love with them right now, and in the future, when they act in this way, you're not going to be in love with them anymore, and that's going to be the way that you can make the choice that's right for you. This person got your love on a fantasy. It was never reality. Who they sold you that they are, oh, I'm a great woman, I'm a great mom, I'm this, that's not who they are. And you're going to see it. And when I think when you finally see that the person you were in love with all along wasn't actually real, it's going to be easier for you to walk away. But I do see that it's going to crush you. So for some of you right now, you're starting to feel the uncomfortableness. You're starting to feel the foundation of your relationship kind of shaking and questioning, okay, here we go. Are we going to be able to make it through this? But what you don't realize is that it's not necessarily you and this person against the problem. Your person is the problem. They're going to hope for your forgiveness. But I do see that this person has the tendency to keep an emotional distance from people. So this might not be someone where you're ever going to have a true emotional depth in your connection. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but that's what I'm getting. So this person, even if you guys decide to heal the relationship, the marriage, they're still going to be unavailable in a way that you might crave and you might want. So again, that could feel like them giving attention to other people that they don't give you, and you crave it and you don't know why they won't give it to you. Babe, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. And you sitting around waiting for them to give that to you is a problem. But at the end of the day, you get to choose who you love. Yeah, so whenever this happens, this person's going to want a do-over. So this is your warning. Someone here is going to, unfortunately, break your heart and do something extremely shady. You're going to find out, and then it's going to lead you to deciding whether or not you want this person a part of your future. I feel like some of you, when you fall out of love with them, it's done. That you're not going to be able to paint them in a good light again. Yeah, you're going to be anxious about working on it because you're always going to think about what's happened. Yeah, you want me to trust you, but remember when I did trust you? Yeah, you tell me you're not going to hurt me, but you remember when you did hurt me? That's what I'm saying. So if you are going to go through this here in the future, let's say this person does put you in this predicament. I'm really sorry if this is about to happen to you. Recognize that once the trust is gone, the relationship's gone, and that you shouldn't give a relationship effort and dedication if it stresses you out and makes you anxious. If every single time this person picks up the phone, you're wondering if they're doing shady behavior, shady shit, you don't feel safe there. And if they're not willing to go above and beyond to make you feel safe again after their actions and their behavior put you there, I don't think they're strong enough for a long-term relationship or something that's actually healthy and stable. You have to answer that though. So this is your warning. Buckle up, Buttercup, if this is your reading, because shit's about to shake up. But this person needs to be out of your life. You deserve more than this person, but you also have to be willing to choose that. So this is your warning. Before this takes place, Spirit wants you to know that this is not happening to you. This is happening for you. Because we need you to be in love with who this person is, not who you want them to be. And once that fantasy shatters, that's when the actual choice is going to come in. Do you really love this person for their flaws and all? And baby, they got flaws. Or do you love them for who you thought that they were? Someone who respected you, someone who was loyal, someone who took this relationship serious. And when you see that they don't, is that going to change how you see them, what you see your future to be? That's the question of the hour. All right, leave it here. Bye, guys.